Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
A continuación, Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a la comunidad latina. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. Voices in Action, the truth in action. Now, con ustedes, Jenny Ibarra.
Buenas tardes, buenos días, buenas noches, donde quiera que usted esté. Gracias por sintonizarnos nuevamente, Voces en Acción aquí, y su anfitriona Jenny Rosales. Good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for being with us and for giving us your time. Again, Jenny Rosales, your host for Voces en Acción. And today we're recording this show on 9/11, which is September 11th, which is a memorable date for all of us in America. Hoy día estamos pregrabando este show el día 11 de septiembre. Un día muy memorable, un día que nuestra comunidad, nuestro mundo completamente cambió. Y quiero dedicar este show y la primera parte de este show a las cosas que pasaron ese día, que nosotros como comunidad nos ha afectado y que ha cambiado nuestro mundo a raíz del 9/11. Y vamos a ir retroactivo en ciertas de las cosas que han pasado. I'm going to take a time to honor this 9/11 date, because to me it's a memorable day. It's a day where people gave their lives for this country, and they lost their lives for this country. It was an act, whether it's terrorism or whatever it was, which it has never been confirmed. And even though people keep speculating that there were aircraft or whatever it was, people died that day. More than 3,000 people died that day. Whether it was in the Twin Towers in New York or the Pentagon or the aircraft that fell in Pennsylvania. Aircrafts that are people that were innocent, that were traveling for business, that they were mother, fathers, kids, or, aunts, grandmothers flying from one place to the other one, trying to make a living or trying to do the daily routine. They lost their lives in the worst manner ever. Gente que murió en esos días, en ese día que eran inocentes, hombres, mujeres, niños, tíos, abuelos, como usted lo quiera llamar, murieron inocentemente, sea llamado terrorismo o no sea terrorismo, porque todavía realmente nunca nos han sabido decir claramente qué pasó ese día. Las fotos dicen una cosa, la media dice una cosa y se propagaron muchas cosas, videos que salen que son cuestionables. Gente que filmó videos de ese día donde realmente no vieron que fueron aviones, fueron bombas. Y se ha cuestionado mucho por el prototipo de información que se ha llevado al mundo a raíz del 9/11. El 9/11 trajo mucho dolor. Y el mundo ha quedado con mucho dolor durante ese tiempo. 9/11 has been proclaimed as a pain or sorrow or memorial day. A day where we are recognizing whether it was, some people say, well, they're not aircraft. Some people will say, yeah, there were aircraft. Some people will say there were bombings. There are videos from people that were taping right in the floor while it was going, and they didn't saw no airplanes. Some people were flying and say, no, that's an airplane. So there's so many confusion in this world right now, and so many conspiracy theorists that have come up with things that have happened that day, that we still are questioning things. We're still questioning why. why this happened and how this happened. I honor every single person that can hear me in this world that is related to any one of those people that died. Because basically I know there were kids without parents, parents without their kids backwards, of grandparents or aunts and uncles, people that were waiting in a destiny for somebody because they took an aircraft and they never arrived. I'm honoring those individuals that are now more than 20 years old, that have lived with the absence of a parent in their household because of 9/11. I personally knew 2 persons that died in the World Trade Center, and they were friends of mine. And I know how painful it was because I was sitting in my office when that happened, and I was watching a TV, and I couldn't believe what it went through. I remember it was so vivid. I remember I had to leave my place of work and run to the elementary schools and pick up my children because I didn't know what was going to be hit first. If they were coming here to NASA and Houston, or if they were going anywhere. It was uncertainty. There was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of questioning. You go into any of the videos online in YouTube and you'll see people screaming, people begging, people crying. You see the amount of dust that created, the development of every single thing after that. And you look at it and you think that is today that you live in it, because that's as vivid as it has been all these years. Vamos y nos vemos claramente en cualquiera de los videos en YouTube y donde usted lo quiera ver. Ve vivamente cómo la gente gritaba, corría, la gente desesperada por buscar a las personas, sus familiares. La gente se tiraba de los edificios. Se tiraban de los edificios porque no querían morir quemados, calcinados. Muchos bomberos, first responders, muchos bomberos, muchas enfermeras, muchos paramédicos perdieron la vida. First responders, paramedics, firefighters, police officers, nurses, doctors, ambulance, they lost their life. This has been the worst of the days that we can remember in 2001 when it happened. It's been 20-something years, almost 20 years already. Am I right? I think almost 20 years on the instance of 2001 all the way to now. And we are trying to understand how our life has changed after that. I used to think about the way I was sitting down watching TV, and I was at work, and out of the blue, you see the first aircraft, and you think, well, no, there was an issue. Something happened. They couldn't read, the airplane was not able to read the location where they were going, or something happened. And then next thing you see the other second airplane hitting the tower, the second tower. And you're there. I was watching it live. And I couldn't, the only thing I was doing was screaming because I couldn't believe it was happening. Because guess what? The United States of America was never, and has never been so vulnerable until that day. We were so into the protection or Army or Navy or Navy SEALs or Border Patrols. Everything was so calm. We were so used to be not the center of attraction or to be attacked as a terrorist attack. This type of amount of terrorist attack. And they hit us, and it feels like they withdrew the rugs out of our floor. Not only that, for the perspective as an American, for the perspective of somebody that came from another country, from Panama, I used to look up to the American citizens, to the American government as the protectors, as the ones that never will be attacked, that they had everything in control. And that day, it gave us a big lesson, a humongous lesson, that we were vulnerable, that we had to pay attention to everything. Y nos dimos cuenta de que al transferir el tiempo, de que nosotros éramos vulnerables. Yo saliendo de Panamá como panameña, viendo a los Estados Unidos con un país que nunca iba a tener ningún tipo de ataque, un país que tenía el mejor armamento, la mejor protección a nivel naval, a nivel aéreo, o sea, espacio aéreo de los Estados Unidos cubierto. O sea, para mí era imposible creer que los Estados Unidos estaba siendo atacado mediante terrorismo, de que habían agarrado los aviones y habían sido hijack, que los habían secuestrado 4 aviones con más de 200 pasajeros, señores. Esos aviones estaban destinados para ir a hacer daño y muchos murieron. En el de Pensilvania, ese iba para la Casa Blanca. Y se habla y se dice que básicamente los mismos pasajeros pelearon con la tripulación para poder sobrevivir, que desviar el avión y que el avión cayera en Pensilvania y no llegara a su destino final. Hubieran habido muchos más muertos. El que cayó el que cayó en el Pentágono también. Fue impactante la cantidad de niños que murieron en el Pentágono. Una guardería entera. Sucumbieron muchos bebés. Señores, esto hoy día es para memorizar que estamos aquí por un tiempo, para darnos cuenta, para entender, para darnos valor como humanos y darnos cuenta de que somos vulnerables y que hay una persona arriba que es la única que tiene el control sobre todo. We're able to understand through all this, all the 4 aircraft, how they hit, where they were going. The one in Pennsylvania was supposed to go to the White House. One went to the Pentagon. The other 2 came to the World Trade Centers. That we were so vulnerable, and the only thing that set back God or godly knowledge, what we know as about having a higher power, is that day all of us cried at the same time. All of us had tears. All of us started to understand how much we love this country, how much the land of the free has been impacted, and how many people have died. I believe that I remember picking up my kids from school and crying so hard, and my kids being babies, and they didn't understand what happening. You know, for them it was an impact. The kids were basically an impact. The other parents were in shock. People were in shock for weeks and months. I remember so many of their employers giving psychological assistance to every single one of their employers because people had relatives or knew somebody in New York or knew somebody in the Pentagon or knew somebody in the aircraft were related. And every time you saw the images going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, it was hurting. It was really painful. And then living in cities like Houston, Washington, New York, Chicago, you know, the big old huge cities of the United States, we were reminded that there was no way anymore to live the way we were able to leave our doors open or to leave our gates open or to make sure that we walk into the air. I remember that you used to go to say goodbye to your relatives all the way to the gate when they were leaving. No longer. After 9/11, we're not even able to go into airports unless you have a pass to board. That's as bad as it is. Our world changed completely. Recuerdo que cuando estábamos en la escuela, los muchachos estaban en shock, los niños, explicarle una y otra vez lo que había pasado. Y se les ofreció asistencia psiquiátrica a todos los niños en todos los lugares, a todos los adultos en las escuelas, en los lugares de trabajo a nivel nacional, porque el impacto era tan grande. La humanidad quedó en shock, no solamente en los Estados Unidos, en todo el mundo. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Porque nosotros éramos o somos el primer país que tenía la vanguardia, el primer país que protegía a todos los demás países, pero dejó una parte de vulnerabilidad abierta para que lo atacaran. Hoy día nos podemos dar cuenta que ya no podemos tener las puertas abiertas. Y con todo eso las puertas siguen abiertas, porque puedo decirlo claramente, las puertas siguen abiertas. Okay, quizás en los aeropuertos no. En los aeropuertos para usted, no sé si usted se recuerda las veces que usted podía llegar y llevar a su pariente hasta la puerta del avión y despedirse. Y ahora comenzar nuevamente y darse cuenta de que ya no puede hacer eso. De que no, si no tiene un pase de abordaje, no puede entrar al aeropuerto. De que las maletas son súper investigadas, de que tienen que pasar por TSA para que le hagan screen hasta con máquinas radiográficas, porque ya no se puede. A raíz del 9/11 comenzaron los ataques en las escuelas. Comenzó como una ola de problemas mentales a nivel nacional. And I'm going to say this in English. I believe that the majority of the issues that we're facing now after 9/11 were like a rolling effect. A rolling effect that came as mental issues that we had as a country. And after that, you could see all these issues of people with guns going into schools, shootings in schools that have been incredible, the amount of shootings in schools since 9/11 up to now. Okay, and people are dying in malls, in Walmarts, in everywhere, in supermarkets because of the violence. So we're able to notice that we're still vulnerable and that there's nothing else but us to defend ourselves. It is painful to see how things have changed. But at the same time, it is a learning experience that the American citizens have had to protect themselves from further damage. Our government has protected us in some ways. In some ways, they have not done it. Our borders are still open. There's still border opens. California, Arizona, and Texas. The borders are flowing with immigrants, more than 10,000 a day walking in, and nothing is being done. And I'm going to be honest with you, everybody lives with the what if they come in and they do the same thing. That's what we're asking right now. How much more are we going to go? How many more people are going to be affected because of terrorism after 9/11? ¿Cuántas personas más van a estar afectadas después de 9/11? Es la pregunta. ¿Cuánto vamos a tener que sacrificar nosotros para darnos cuenta que nuestros borders, nuestras franjas están completamente invadidas? Más de 10,000 personas están cruzando diariamente entre Arizona, California y Texas. Y cuidado que más, que sea un número pequeño. Diariamente ya no tenemos recursos. Texas está siendo invadido y lo que está haciendo Texas es mandando a la gente de aquí para otros estados porque no podemos más. ¿Qué va a pasar? ¿Qué más va a pasar para que nosotros entendamos que tenemos que protegernos? ¿Qué más va a pasar para que nosotros tengamos que entender que es nosotros lo que tenemos que defender la tierra de la libertad, a la cual nosotros, lo que somos ciudadanos americanos, que hemos venido aquí, que hemos vivido muchísimos años, que hemos amado este país como nuestra segunda tierra, que hemos dado, que hemos pagado nuestros taxes, que hemos hecho las cosas como ciudadanos correctos, que sabemos lo que es el sacrificio que hay aquí y que queremos dar lo mejor para nuestros hijos y nuestras familias. Y que queremos esta tierra no solamente porque venimos a sacarle, no, venimos a dar para que podamos mantenernos viviendo aquí, porque aquí queremos vivir el resto de nuestros días. ¿Por qué nosotros, cuánto más nosotros vamos a tener que dar y cuánto más sacrificio va a tener que hacerse? Hoy es un día de reflexionar, un día de dar gracias a su creador, cualquiera que usted crea, un día de ponerse en los pies de cada una de esas personas que murieron. Las llamadas telefónicas que hicieron desde el avión, de sus lugares de trabajo, donde se despedían de sus seres queridos. porque le tocaban minutos nada más para morir. Eran llamadas tan fuertes que usted las puede escuchar constantemente en el internet. Quedan grabadas. No se ha borrado eso de YouTube. Y hoy quería ponerle un show a ustedes con los videos, pero me es difícil porque creo que al poner eso siempre lo bloquean y no permiten que uno lo saque. Por eso que estoy hablando directamente de las llamadas telefónicas. Las llamadas telefónicas de una mujer donde se despide de su esposo. Le dice que por favor cuide a sus hijos y que los verá en la eternidad. Esas eran las palabras de una azafata. ¿Ok? De muchas de las azafatas de los pasajeros del vuelo que cayó en ¿cómo se llama? En Pensilvania. Da lástima saber que ya no se podía hacer nada, que no podíamos salvar las vidas de esas personas. Eso nos hace reflexionar hoy día como 911, no para publicar, que 911 no sé qué, que mira las fotos, no sé qué. No, es para poder darnos cuenta de que estamos y somos vulnerables. Hasta la potencia más grande del mundo es vulnerable. Y que el único que puede controlar esto es nuestro Creador. I'm saying basically that it's for us to realize that we are vulnerable to the point that the only one that is able to control this is our Creator. We're we're the number one country in the world, and we have been for many years like that. And we are looking at now a decay of everything, little by little. Our economy is coming down. High prices on gas. Incidents of not backing the blue. Back in the blue, when I mean back in the blue, back in the the police and police forces. Incidents of terrorism and incidents non-terrorism, which are mental issues. Kids with AK-15s killing schools and killing not one, but 15 or 19 or 20 kids. We have seen that since 9/11. And it's sad. It is sad because the pandemic that we have is not a COVID pandemic. It is a mental health pandemic. And it's not only in the United States, it's worldwide. The minute that every government understands that we're having a mental health pandemic and that we're needing to address that as the worst pandemic, automatically we'll be able to at least alleviate and help people that are in need of mental health release, care, protection. That's what we need to assess. I believe strongly on the prevention versus locating or selecting to protect the damage or take the damage away that has been done. The damage that has been done, and it has been done, and it's not going to be able to be fixed back. But the prevention for that damage can be taken in consideration. But it's up to us as Americans, us as a country of liberty, pursuit of happiness, freedom of speech. Okay, when we do that together and we help each other and we unite each other, automatically we'll be able to heal each other and help those that are in need. So we will not be, again, attacked. Our government needs to understand that they work for us. We don't work for them, according to the Constitution in 1776. And that's the way that this great country has been founded. The Constitution states automatically that we, the people, select the government, and they work for us. And the only way on us of being able to prevent a 9/11 is to select the governments or the governors or the people that are representing us in the government so they can take the steps, policies, rules, and regulations to prevent this. So anybody that has any type of arms or any access to aircraft or things, that person will be evaluated psychologically and mentally before giving that. So again, our kids or our elderly or veterans or people can be protected in every single corner of the United States of America. I have to say that for me it's an honor, having not been born here, but being living here the last 40 years, that have seen so many things in my life, and 9/11 was one of them, that I see that there's more love and unity now than prior 1/11, yes, but there's more hurt as well. So we all as a community, whether it's now here in Montgomery County or wherever you are in the world that you're listening to this video, we have to be united. Tenemos que darnos cuenta de que el mundo ha cambiado a raíz del 9/11. Sí, para bien y al mismo tiempo para unirnos más. Nos unimos más al ver cada vez que hay una catástrofe o un tipo de ataque terrorista, algún tipo de muerte. Pero tenemos que entender que las personas que elegimos al gobierno de los Estados Unidos somos nosotros, los ciudadanos americanos. Y nosotros tenemos que elegir a las personas correctas para que nos representen en el gobierno. Tenemos que recordar que nosotras las personas, we the people, en la Constitución de los Estados Unidos de 1776, especifica que el gobierno trabaja para las personas, no las personas para el gobierno. Y que cada una de las posiciones que están en el gobierno en estos momentos, nosotros tenemos que cuestionar qué es lo que están haciendo, cómo lo están haciendo y por qué, si nos afectan o si no nos afectan. Tenemos que comenzar a tener activismo, a poder entender cómo trabaja el gobierno de los Estados Unidos para poder entonces entender por quién yo voy a votar o por quién yo no voy a votar en las elecciones. ¿Quién tiene mis mejores intereses o quién no tiene mis mejores intereses? ¿Quién me ayuda a mí a crecer y ayuda al pueblo unido de los Estados Unidos como uno solo para poder salir adelante? Sí, somos el primer país del mundo, pero estamos decayendo. Estamos decayendo porque tenemos un problema grande de problema mental, que esa es la pandemia más grande que está pasando. Ya no es COVID. COVID ya no es una pandemia, ni nunca lo fue. COVID fue una enfermedad como el flu, pero la pandemia más grande fue la mental y es la mental que está pasando en estos momentos en los Estados Unidos y en todo el mundo. Tenemos que armarnos de conciencia y educación para poder educar a aquellos que necesitan, sobre todo a las familias vulnerables, a los ancianos, a los veteranos, a los jóvenes, y guiarlos a la paz y a la unidad que se requiere en esta tierra de la libertad. Nuestras puertas están abiertas completamente y no se sabe quién está entrando por ellas. Nuestros borders están llenos y repletos de gente que está tratando de entrar. Más de 10,000 al mes, más de 10,000 al día, perdón, ni siquiera al mes, entre California, Arizona y Texas. Y no podemos más. Estamos sacando a la gente de aquí de Texas para mandarla a otros estados porque ya no se puede tenerlas más. Entre ellos pueden entrar tanto terroristas como personas que quieren hacer daño, personas con problemas mentales, ladrones, toda clase de personas. Nosotros tenemos que comenzar a despertar. We need to start waking up. And I will leave you guys with a quote that is something that I thought that it was beneficial for all of us. We're not able to understand what's going on, but we're able to start being proactive and wake up. We're able to help our communities grow by educating everyone. Whether you speak Spanish or not, you're able to educate somebody. You're able to give them the right to the knowledge. That means if you don't know it, you're able to give them the information. That's what Voces en Acción has been created, to give the information to the people that are in need. So this country, this state, this community is safe. And I'm gonna end with a quote I wanna say, and the quote that in 9/11 is very, very profound. It says, "No one has ever seen God, but if we love each other, God gives us life, and His love brought to a full expression in us." That means you're not able to see Him, but if you get to know Him, you're able to see Him within you, because He reigns within you. With this, I'm honoring every single one of the veterans. I'm honoring every single first responder that went through 9/11 and every single first responder that is working proactively right now. I'm honoring every single family that lost a member in 9/11. Thank you for your service, and thank you for being with us, for giving that your blood for this country. Con este pequeño verso, quiero terminar la parte de lo que es 9:11, diciéndoles a ustedes lo siguiente: nadie ha visto a Dios, pero si nos amamos unos a los otros, Dios vive en nosotros, y el amor de Él es la expresión clara en nosotros. Significa que si usted no conoce a Dios, no lo ha visto, pero si usted ama a alguien, el amor que usted radica, ese amor se expresa en lo que Él es en usted. Automáticamente con esto quiero darle las gracias a todos los miembros que trabajan con los first responders, los que son enfermeras, policías, todo tipo de personas que están, los profesores, etcétera. Todos los que están dando su vida y arriesgando su vida diariamente. Las aeromosas y los pilotos. Quiero darles las gracias personalmente, porque están exponiendo su vida todos los días en riesgo, para que recordemos que todos somos uno y uno somos todos. El que usted crea que se crea su creador, Él es el que creó a todos, y todos somos en Él, y es la manera de poder tener paz y unidad aquí en los Estados Unidos, en el área de Montgomery y en el área de Conroe. I'm going to proceed now with, we're going to talk about Montgomery County and all the events. But before I go into, because I'm going to go ahead and take a little break, I would like to say thank you, First Financial Bank. First Financial Bank has been with us since 1900, and they're been here to stay to help us grow financially, to give us the financial guidance that we need in our needs, whether opening a checking account or a saving account, or talking about our future or investments if we need to, or business accounts. Contact them. 936-439-1900. 936-439, I'm sorry, not 1900 is 1800. 936-439-1800, I apologize. You're able to talk to them. They have a big team everywhere in Conroe. They're able to talk to you about your needs. Even if you want to buy a house and you don't have a Social Security number, they have a ITIN program that you qualify for up to $400,000 on a loan with your ITIN number. Contact them again, 936-439-1800. Quería tomar ahora para un minuto para poder tomar un break, pero vamos a hablar sobre las actividades que están pasando en Montgomery County. Y antes de eso, quiero darle las gracias a First Financial Bank por patrocinar nuestro programa y estar siempre apoyándonos a nivel de la comunidad. First Financial Bank está con nosotros desde 1900 y están listos para asistirle en todo lo que usted desee. Desde ayudarlo a cómo abrir una cuenta de bancos, a cómo ayudarlo a tener su sueño, que es conseguir una casa aquí en los Estados Unidos. Sea que usted tiene un seguro social o no lo tiene, hable con ellos. El número de teléfono de ellos es 936-439-1800. 936-439-1800. Perdón, estoy disléctica. Y hable con la señora Susie Woods. Ellos hablan español. Ellos están aquí para servirles, para que usted pueda finalizar su sueño de ser dueño de una casa aquí en los Estados Unidos. Acuérdense que First Financial Bank está al alcance de su sueño americano. Gracias. We're going to take a break. Vamos a tomar un break y vamos a volver de nuevo para hablar sobre las cosas que están pasando aquí en Montgomery. Thank you. Hey, this is Jenny from Voces en Accion. First Financial Bank can help those who wish to purchase their own home but do not have a Social Security. Their IT and home loan can be a perfect option for those in that situation. They're able to be reached and they can help you at 936-439-1800. That number is 936-439-1800. The American dream, it is at the reach with First Financial Bank. First Financial Bank, it is an equal housing lender, member of FIDC. Hola, soy yo, Jenny, de Voces en Acción, y vamos a hablar sobre nuestro patrocinador, First Financial Bank. First Financial Bank le puede ayudar a quienes desean comprar su propia casa, pero no tienen un número de seguro social. El préstamo hipotecario de ITN puede ser una opción perfecta para quienes están en esta situación. Estamos aquí para ayudarles y los puede contactar al 936-439-1800. El número es 936-439-1800. El sueño americano está al alcance con First Financial Bank. Prestamista de vivienda adquisitiva, miembro FIDC. Gracias por haber tomado el tiempo a escuchar a nuestros patrocinadores y vuelvo con ustedes nuevamente. Thank you for being and listening to our sponsors. And I'm here back again. And this time we're going to talk about the events that are happening here in Montgomery in the next couple of weeks. Like I always tell you guys, my shows are pre-recorded, most of them. I'm going to start going live soon during the month of, probably at the end of September, beginning of October, we're going to start doing live shows. And it's going to be interesting because I would love to have you guys, your feedback and people talking back to me and asking questions. That's something that I'm looking forward. And then the other thing is that I believe that everybody needs to know what's going on in Montgomery. And the first thing that you need to know is how to look for the events in Montgomery County. Nosotros queremos comenzar esta parte nueva de lo que es Voces en Acción, en cómo entender, para que usted entienda cómo hay actividades en todo el área de Montgomery y cómo usted puede dar acceso a las actividades. Si usted tiene una página de Facebook, if you have a Facebook account, your kids account, even your kids account, they can go in, van adentro al Facebook y van en su página privada donde dice Your Tools y buscan Events, la parte donde dice Eventos en Facebook. Cliquean en Eventos y ponen locales. Facebook automáticamente le va a buscar los eventos locales que están pasando en el área suya, los cuales usted puede. Muchos son gratis, muchos son que hay que pagar, pero vale la pena que usted sepa cuáles son para que esté informado de las cosas que están pasando aquí en Montgomery. It is some of those events that you go into Facebook and you go to your event page, they're for the area where you're located, whether you live in Atascocita or you live in Montgomery or you live in Houston, whatever it is that you live in the area of Texas, you're able to pull them. And some of those events are either free, they're daily events, they're online events, and they're paid events. And you choose the ones that are more convenient for you so you're able to understand which ones are the ones that will bring you some type of benefits or learning experience, or you're able to enjoy, you're able to network. The majority of those events are networking events, and I love them because I have done a lot of networking through those. La mayoría de esos eventos son para pagar o gratis o en línea. Puede tomar clases en línea. Hay muchos que son gratis y son eventos de networking o son de entrelazar comunidades o conocer nuevas personas. Networking es el nuevo modo de poder usted dar a conocer su negocio, si usted es dueño de negocio o si usted quiere ser un entrepreneur, una persona que comienza a trabajar en su propia empresa y salir adelante. ¿Cómo lo hacemos? Mediante networking. Yo hice alrededor de 2 o 3 años de networking antes de quizás comenzar la radio y gracias a eso he podido afianzarme en la comunidad y ya se me conoce como uno de los líderes de la comunidad por esa razón. I have been doing a networking since 2000. since 2000 eventually, but eventually a strong networking. I have been doing it since 2021 that everything opened. I was doing a lot of networking until now, and I am glad because through that, I've been known now in the community of Montgomery as a leader, and I'm able to work with the community in in your needs. Today, I'm going to talk about some of the events that I saw this week on Facebook. And the first one that most of these events are from companies that have been coming into my show and have talked about their events or the things that they're doing through the year. So I am going to go first with Love Heals Youth. Love Heals Youth and Rebecca Smith has her event, and it's a concert for love, and it's going to be on Sunday, the 1st of October, 2023, and it's going to be in Do and the farm right here in I-45 North, and you're able to contact her, and you're able to go into lovehealsyouth.com. Again, lovehealsyouth.com, and get the tickets. And Jeff Canada will be playing along with Derry McLeod and Peyton Riley. Peyton Riley was one of my show guests. She's going to be playing on that event. You're able to locate and talk to them. And Rebecca Smith is the owner, and she's the founder, and you're able to contact her. And if you don't know anything about Rebecca Smith, I have a show among the shows that I've done, and you can look at it. Love Heals Youth, and you're able to pull her, and you'll see all the information on Rebecca Smith and her wonderful organization that is helping the kids that are homeless, that are not homeless, but are in foster care and that are needing assistance. The other one that I seen that I love it, and is mom night. It's a mom night out at the Cuttery. And it's wine and cheese and whatever you can call it. And it's with Gail Sheetman. Gail came to our show probably around the beginning of the year. And Gail was talking to us about prevention on of how to prevent your kids from being vulnerable online. And she has opened a new nonprofit by the name of Look Up Nonprofit. So she's doing trainings, she's doing all type of events, and her event is the 18th of September from 6:30 to 8:30. Again, look in Facebook as Look Up Nonprofit or Mom Night Out. Automatically, it will pull that in Facebook, and it will give you the date, the hours, and the complete information. The other one that we have is a coffee with a cup. All of us, we're needing to back up the blue. As you know, we're very aware that this community, Montgomery County, backs up the blue. That means we protect, and we do give, and we fund the police officers in this community because they are the ones that are protecting us from everything. And on Wednesday, September the 20th, at Hebrews Coffee here in the Woodlands, is eventually in Oak Ridge. I apologize. It's 2641 Oak Ridge Road Drive in Spring. You're able to go and sit down and drink coffee with the cops. They're going to be there. And if you need any questions or anything, please, again, go into Facebook, look for Coffee with a Cop, and it'll be September the 20th. Now, I'm going to go and try to say this in both of the language. The first one, I'm going to say it. I'm going to go back in Spanish, please. And I apologize. You know, I have Spanish speakers with me. El primer concierto que vamos a hablar sobre el concierto de amor con nuestra señora amiga, la señora Rebecca Smith de Love Heals Youth. Ella va a estar en Do en la 45 y va a tocar el día, va a tener un grupo de personas tocando música y recogiendo fondos para la causa de los niños que están en casas fosters o casas temporarias. Va a ser el domingo 10. El 10 octubre del 23, octubre primero, y va a ser a las 5 de la tarde, va a estar abierto para que vayan a escuchar y vayan a donar, por favor, para los niños que están sin casa, que ellos están viviendo en lo que se llama el circuito de justicia en estos momentos, están en foster homes y necesitan. Vayan, Diviértanse con la familia, es abierto para todo el público y por favor díganle que fueron de parte de Voces en Acción. El segundo evento es la Noche de Madres. Mujeres que pueden dejar a sus hijos con los babysitters o con las personas que se los cuidan y pueden ir. Es el 18 de septiembre a las 6:30 de la tarde en el lugar, se llama Cootery. Las informaciones Moms with Wine and Cootery, and queda en The Cootery, se escribe así mismo, el THECUTERIE. Usted se puede meter en Facebook y buscarlo. Es para las madres que quieran ir a oír a una speaker que le ayude a empoderarse. La doctora Bonnie Hoover y la señora, usualmente la señora Gail Sheetman, son las que hablan y dan sus clases o sus clases de empowerment o clases de mejorar, de empoderamiento, las dan ellas en esa charla. La otra es si quiere tomar un café con un policía. Aquí en Montgomery nosotros respaldamos a los policías y los policías tienen un día a la vez, un día al mes para tomarse un café. Esta vez va a ser en el Hebrew Coffee, va a ser el 20 de septiembre en la mañana, a las 7:30 de la mañana, para que se tome un café con un policía y hable sobre lo que está pasando en su localidad. Va a ser en Oak Ridge. Él va a ser en el 26403 de la Oak Ridge Drive, el Hebrew Coffee. Estoy yo personalmente en contacto constantemente con lo que es el centro, el Conroe Educational Center, el centro de educación de Conroe. Tuve hace unos 2 lunes atrás a la dueña y directora, la presidenta de Conroe Educational Center, la señora Kenia Alvarado, vino a darnos su historial de vida. Ella va a volver al show en un segundo show para que hablemos sobre Conroe Educational Center. Y se comenzaron las clases ya, por favor, ponga mucha atención. Son clases de inglés, clases de computadora y clases de taller financiero. Van a haber clases de empowerment o de empoderamiento personal y familiar. Comuníquese con ellos. Ellos están en la Lakeline Road. Hay clases, va a haber clases de restauramiento de crédito. La dirección de ellos es 1111 Lakeline Road en la suite 160. Van a hablar sobre el historial de crédito. Tienen que hablar con la señora Elizabeth Islas. Yo tuve a la señora Elizabeth Islas aquí en este show. Ella habló sobre, ella es la dueña del Texas Credit y ella se encarga de estas clases. Va a hablar sobre descubrir los estándares de la puntuación de crédito, qué tipos de créditos hay y si no tiene crédito y cómo mejorar su crédito. La señora Elizabeth Islas, como le digo, estuvo en el show de nosotros. Puede ir a nuestra página de www.irlonestar.com y buscar Elizabeth Islas y automáticamente va a ver que ella estuvo en el show y con ella comunicarse. Todos los datos están allí. I brought 2 of my guests, Miss Kenia Alvarado from Conroe Educational Center and Miss Elizabeth Islas, along with your servant. We're going to be starting classes for people that are needed. Please, it's very important for you to know this because you may know somebody that doesn't speak English. You may know somebody that doesn't know anything about computer. You may know somebody that needs any guidance on financial systems. You may know somebody that needs empowerment as a woman or as a man or family empowerment. You may contact them at the Centro Educacional de Conroe or at my number if you want to 832-732-4744 or you can contact Miss Elizabeth Islas. She is in my webpage on the shows that I gave. She's going to be talking today and during the whole year. She's going to be doing sessions of Texas repair and credit. Miss Kenia Alvarado will be doing finance empowerment, finance classes for free. Those classes are for free. The finance, the empowerment are for free. The English and classes for a computer, there's a fee, but you may contact them through my website. You're able to get a hold of me and my phone number 832-732-4744. You're able to reach my link through www.irlonestar.com bea.com, .com/BEA. And if you're needing them to learn English or get ahead since they're here, there's a lot of them that they don't know how to speak English because they don't know how to speak and write in Spanish. So they're needing assistance in everything. Can you please give them the information? La señora Kenia y la señora Elizabeth va a estar trabajando con la comunidad junto conmigo para poder ayudar en educar a todos aquellos que necesiten gratuitamente. No se cobra por las clases de empoderamiento, no se cobra por las clases de financiamiento, se cobra por las clases de inglés y por las clases de computadora. Cualquier pregunta, 832-732-4744 a mi persona o pueden meterse en irlonestar.com /BA, buscar los shows míos, buscar el de la señora Kenia Alvarado o el show donde aparece la señora Elizabeth Islas y van a estar los datos de ellas, mis datos, a cualquier hora para poderse informar. The other one that I have now is a Launch and Learn with the Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. I am part of the Montgomery County Business Association for Women, and they are having lunches. They're having all type of events. If you want to join them, you're able to contact them through their webpage. They have a webpage on Facebook for Montgomery County Women's Association. You're able to go through that and get the link, I interviewed as well the director, Miss Carol Gauch. She's going to have a talk a Wednesday, September the 12th, through the Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. I brought the Conroe Chamber of Commerce as well over here, and they are always having events. You can go and visit with them and sit down and eat and learn. It's a lunch learning event, and it's at noon to 1 p.m. on September the 20th over the boardroom at the Chamber of Commerce, which is located in 105. And to tell you the same address, I don't know, but I know they're located in 105 here in Conroe, in Davis Road, West Davis, in that area. You're able to locate them and learn about them through Lunch and Learn, MCABW, and like again, there's a fee. I think it's $10 for members. I don't know how much is for non-members, but you're able to look for Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce, and you'll see all the events that they have. La señora Carol Gauch va a estar dando una plática el día 20 de septiembre a la 1 de la tarde, de 12 a 1, en la Cámara de Comercio de Lake Conroe. Y si usted quiere ser miembro de la Cámara de Comercio, nada más tiene que poner Lake Conroe Cámara de Comercio, automáticamente va a salir la información. Ella es de la fundadora de la Cámara de Mujeres de Negocios de aquí de Montgomery County, y yo pertenezco a esa cámara, a las dos, y le invito para que pueda aprender más de cómo sacar su negocio adelante, cómo usted puede ver los problemas mentales, porque la señora Gauch es una consejera licenciada y ella es terapeuta, y ella viene a dar una sesión para que usted aprenda cómo identificar en sus empleados si tienen algún problema psicológico. Está muy buena la plática y ella me lo pasó y quiero pasárselo a ustedes. La otra cosa es que tengo yo es we're having an event, the Lake Conroe Area Republican Woman, las mujeres de Conroe, de republicanas, del grupo de republicanas de mujeres del área de Conroe, están teniendo un evento, y es un evento muy bonito. Van a traer a la doctora Alvida King, es la hija de Martin Luther King. Ella va a estar hablando con nosotros sobre la lectura, la información y la educación, que es la única manera para la libertad. Repetimos, en inglés, Dr. Avida King is going to be presenting herself because we invited her at the Lake Conroe Area Republican Woman, and it's going to be, the topic is going to be Reading Literacy and the Gateways to the True Freedom. ¿Ok? Ese día va a ser el 21 de septiembre en el Lone Star Community Building en el Lone Star Parkway en Montgomery, Texas. Usted puede contactarlos a ellos mediante Lake Conroe Republican Woman, meterse en la .org, y puede meterse allí, automáticamente puede hablar con ellos y conseguir, creo que está todavía a tiempo de que no esté soldado, se están llenando, así que puede ir al LCARW.org. It's LCARW.org for the Lake Conroe Area Republican woman and Dr. Alveda King, Martin Luther King's daughter. We have the honor of presenting her. It's going to be reading, literacy, and the freedom of the True Freedom Gateways. That's going to be amazing, an amazing talk, and it's going to be done on September 21. And I believe it's going to be during the day. I guess it starts around 11 and it continues until 1 o'clock. Then we have the Montgomery Hispanic Chamber. We have the Montgomery Hispanic Chamber. Repeat, Montgomery Hispanic Chamber. The president is Mr. Miguel Lopez. He's inviting us to a Latin night. It's going to be over Good Charlie's on September the 21st as well, that night. And he wants us to pass the word around. La Cámara de Comercio Hispana de Montgomery Hispanic Chamber. La Cámara de Montgomery Hispanos se está reuniendo en el restaurante Good Charlie's el día 21 de septiembre. Van a querer, si usted está interesado a hacer lo que se llama networking, puede hablar con ellos. Se mete en mchc.org y automáticamente sale la cámara. El doctor López, él es encargado de la cámara y ahí usted puede hablar con ellos y pertenecer a ellos y darse a conocer. No, the other thing is, of course, our monthly meeting of the Montgomery County Women's Association is on the fourth Tuesday of the month. That means September the 27th, 26th is going to be this time, and it's going to be in Conroe's Incredible Pizza. That's the time for you to join us if you're interested about knowing more about the Montgomery County Women's Association. El grupo de mujeres Business Association, o sea, mujeres de negocio del área de Montgomery, tiene sus reuniones mensuales el cuarto martes del mes y sería de 11:30 de la tarde en el Conroe's Incredible Pizza aquí en Conroe el día 26 de septiembre. Si puede conseguir información, lo más seguro lo hace en el www.montgomerycountywomanassociation.org. El próximo meeting también que tienen de Beauty Boost Women's Wellness Panel. And I'm sorry about my English and my Spanish. The Beauty Boost Woman Wellness. Dr. Hoover, Bonnie Hoover will be teaching in those. She's very good about it. Her panel is amazing. It's Women's Wellness and Empowerment. It's going to be held on the 28th at the Café Marie's. If you're interested, you're able to look at it online, and the same thing with the monthly meeting for the Montgomery County Association of Women's Businesswomen is on the 26th of this month. There's another meeting that is coming, and it's very important for you all to know, and this involves your teens, anybody that is 18 up and is willing or is needing to understand the voting way of the United States. The Texas Youth Summit has been developed for that, for teens to understand the platform of the Republican Party and to understand the platform of every single candidate or people that become speakers, and they come and give their information or the value to the youth. Anybody from the age 14 all the way to the age 26 will go free. After 26, you have to pay. Our next summit is going to be done on September the 29th to the 30th, and it's going to be at the Marriott of the Woodlands Marriott. Esto es muy importante para las personas que tienen hijos jóvenes de los 14 hasta los 26, que quieren saber sobre la plataforma republicana, de cómo votan y cómo trabaja y cómo es. Por favor, inscríbanlos gratis al simposio que va a ser el día 29 al 30, son 2 días, es gratuito para los jóvenes de 14 a la edad 26, que se suscriban en Texas Youth Summit. Usted puede entrar allí es texasyouthsummit.com, eventos, automáticamente puedes suscribir a su joven y usted puede asistir. Los jóvenes no pagan, pero usted creo que paga por un ticket de $50 y se sienta a escuchar la plataforma completa republicana y cómo está trabajando y los speakers que van a ver el 29 y el 30 de septiembre. Van a haber speakers buenísimos que van a hablar sobre la situación que está pasando en nuestro país a nivel nacional. The Texas Youth Summit focus on bringing speakers to talk to our younger generations so they can make a valuable decision whenever they're going to go ahead and vote and make their choices. If you are interested of your child to know more about this, please join them. That's a good way of doing it. The other thing is that the Montgomery County Hispanic Chamber is going to have a gala. The gala is going to be in October the 12th from 5:30 to 10:30, and it's going to be at Madera Estates in Conroe. Again, Montgomery County Hispanic Chamber has a gala. The gala's name is Pasaporte Hispano, a Night United. Basically, it's going to be a party, a big old party. They're not going to be talking. You know, Hispanics, we like partying, we like music, and we like tacos. So if you're interested of donating so you can become a member, networking, that's the day that you're able to do it with the gala. And you're able to join them at Montgomery County Hispanic Chamber.org. It's going to be October the 12th from 5:30 to 10:30 p.m. and it's going to be at Madera Estates here in Conroe. La Cámara de Comercio o la Cámara Hispana de Montgomery tiene lo que es la gala todos los años. Esta gala va a ser el día 12 de octubre y va a ser un pasaporte hispano, una noche unida. Va a ser de 5:30 a 10:30 en Madera Estates. Quiere comunicarse, saber los precios, saber cómo lo puede buscar de esa manera mediante www.montgomerycountyhispanicchamber.org. Automáticamente lo puede buscar de esa manera y ahí puede. Y lo último que quiero decir es que tenemos una noche de alabanza magnífica que va a ser en todo el parque Heritage Park aquí en Montgomery. Todos los pastores, todas las iglesias a nivel de Montgomery County, a nivel de Conroe, han decidido tener una noche de alabanza al Creador suyo, al Creador nuestro, al Creador de que usted crea. No sé, la religión que usted desee, usted puede ir a adorar al Señor esa noche. Va a ser Worship in the Park el día 21 de octubre en el Heritage Park. Es gratuita la entrada, vaya temprano, vaya a orar, prepárese para que usted escuche a los pastores orando, prepárese para que usted escuche alabanza, para que todos unidos podamos orar por Texas, por el mundo, por la nación, por todas las cosas que están pasando. The last thing I'm going to say is all the churches, Texas-wide, in the area of North, Montgomery County churches, no matter the denomination, every single denomination will be there that night. They have selected a night of prayer that will be held on October 21st, okay, at the Heritage Park. October 21st at the Heritage Park, and it starts at 5 p.m., and every single pastor, that any denomination, anybody that believes in an upper higher, whatever is your upper higher, you're able to go over there for free, and you're able to listen to devotionals, people talking, speakers, prayers for priests and or pastors or whatever denomination that you believe they're in, they will be there because we're doing it as a unity of prayer for Montgomery County, for Texas, for the world, for the United States. That night is going to be solemn. I hope that you're able to receive this information, hopefully, and write it down. You're able to repeat the video because it's a pre-recorded video. And if you need any questions in regards to all the information that I just given to you, my phone number is 832-732-4744, 832-732-4744. I'm here at your services. As you know, Voces en Accion is a nonprofit. We are surviving thanks your donorships, your support, your patronage. If it wasn't for your listening to us and being there for us, we couldn't bring you this information. I would love for you to share my information out. Give likes to all the platforms that you can see us, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you are. And please go into www.irlonestar.com/BEA for donations and sponsorship if you're willing to continue your support to Lone Star and to us, Voces en Acción. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for listening to us. And thank you for taking your time and spreading the word on everything that has been given to you today. Gracias nuevamente por estar con nosotros, por estar patrocinándonos. Voces en Acción es una organización sin lucro, donde se sobrevive por las donaciones y por el respaldo de cada uno de ustedes. Ya tenemos casi 2 años en este trabajo arduo, junto con el respaldo de Lone Star Community Radio, con el respaldo de First Financial Bank, con el respaldo de muchos de ustedes, he podido mantenerme al aire. Quiero que sepan que para mí es un honor trabajar con ustedes y que si esta información que les acabo de dar es algo esencial para ustedes, vale la pena que repitan el show o cualquier cosa, comuníquense a mi teléfono personal 832-732-4744. Pero si quieren donar y hacerse miembro de la familia de Voces en Acción, pueden hacerlo mediante irlonestar.com/B de Víctor EA y automáticamente dar su aporte o pertenecer a las personas que están apoyándome mensualmente para esta gran causa. Gracias nuevamente por poder traer la información a donde ustedes. Gracias por escucharme y hasta la próxima, nuestro próximo video donde tenemos nuevas cosas para usted. Thank you for being with us one more time. Thank you for being there. Thank you for listening to our program. Please pass the word around that Voces en Acción is here to help the community and that Lone Star community is supporting us every bit of the way. Have a good day, and we'll see you on our next session or next show with more information. Nos veremos en nuestra próxima sesión. Que pasen buen día.